Hello everyone, welcome back. In previous few videos, we have already seen how to create and deploy a Windows OS based virtual machine. In this video, we will be seeing how we can create and deploy a Linux based virtual machine. Okay, so before proceeding, let's see what are the components associated with a virtual machine. So let's go to our resource group where our Windows based virtual machine is created. So we had created our Windows virtual machine as a part of this VMRG resource group. Now along with the VM, there are many other resources also. So first one is the VM itself, and then there is public IP address resource. Then there is network security group. So network security group is a firewall which denies or allows the traffic. So we had seen how it works. Like we at first denied the HTTP traffic, and then we allowed the HTTP traffic to access our website or web page running in this particular Windows virtual machine. Then there is network interface, which contains our public and private IP address, which gets associated to this virtual machine. Then there is this disk, which contains our operating system and the virtual network itself. Okay, so these are the components or resources associated with a virtual machine. So virtual machine isn't just one resource in Azure. It has multiple another resource also associated with it. Now let's create a Linux virtual machine. So I have already created a resource group for Linux VMRG. Okay, let's click on it. This resource group we will use to host our Linux virtual machine so that it doesn't get combined with the Windows virtual machine components. Okay, so that's why I had created a separate resource group to host our Linux virtual machine. Click on create, and then go to compute and click on this create link of virtual machine. Now here is this our subscription and the resource group already selected. Let's give this virtual machine a name. Okay, now select the different region, as again we know that West India doesn't support this size for this subscription. Okay, so we need to select the different location. Let's choose central US. We don't need any infrastructure redundancy required because this is just for testing. It's not for hosting a production workload. Okay, then select this Ubuntu server 18.04 LTS generation 2 because we want Linux OS virtual machine. So we need to choose Ubuntu server. Okay, and then the size will again remain the same, 1 vCPU, 3.5 GB of memory, that is RAM. Now to access the Linux virtual machine, there are two ways. Either use SSH public key or password. The preferred and secured way is SSH public key, but again we will be using the same password method like we did for Windows VM, because for Windows that's the only option, but for Linux we can also use SSH public key also. But for simplicity, we will again use this password method. Give the username and password. Okay, now I'll tick. Again, we need to allow the ports. So because by default all the ports are disabled from the and are not accessible from the public internet, so we need to choose allow selected port, and in that we need to choose which ports we want to open. So Already SSH at port 22 is selected because to connect to Linux virtual machine, we don't use RDP like we did for Windows virtual machine. To connect to Linux virtual machine, we use Secure Shell. Okay, and that Secure Shell runs on port 22. So we need to allow the port 22 of our virtual machine to be accessible from the internet so that we are able to connect to this Linux virtual machine. Also, we will be hosting a website or basic workload on this Linux virtual machine. So to access that website, we need a HTTP port also to be open, that is port 80, so that our HTTP request is accepted by the virtual machine. Otherwise, our HTTP request will be denied. So we need to allow this HTTP also so that we are able to access our web page or website running in this Linux virtual machine. So this is the NSG as it acts as a firewall. So it allows us to select means whatever ports we need to allow. Okay, who all can, from which IP addresses these ports are accessible. So we can all set that. So I have allowed the HTTP at port 80 to access the web page and SSH at port 22 to connect and access this Linux virtual machine. Okay, so we are done here. Click on disks. Again, the same setting. We don't need any extra data disk, and the OS disk type is premium SSD. Also, the encryption of the data in the disk at rest will be managed by Azure itself. We don't need to manage the key for encryption. Again, the networking. Let's select the default virtual network and default subnet. We need public IP for our virtual machine. This is not a no option because we want to connect to this Linux virtual machine from our device itself, because we don't have any VPN or private connectivity with Azure. So with just the private IP address, we won't be able to access this virtual machine. So we need a public IP also to connect to this Linux virtual machine using SSH, that is Secure Shell. Okay. Now again the same port which I have selected already. Click on management. Let's disable these boot diagnostics. We don't need it. Again the same, if you want to run any script or something, you can just give it here, like I can do that also, but I will show how to install web server in Linux later. We can also write some scripts here to install the web server after the Linux VM is deployed. So this is more like automating the process. Okay, we don't need tags. Let's click on review create and the validation will be done. So we are validated, means all our configurations are perfectly correct. And this virtual machine, Linux virtual machine, will cost me 5.25 INR per hour. Like if you remember that Windows virtual machine cost was 9.2 something INR per hour. But for Linux, as its operating system is free and does not require a license, so here license cost is not included. And then you can see all of the setting here. You can again ignore the warning, and then you can see all of the configuration you have selected for your virtual machine. Again, you can check the template if you want to deploy this Linux virtual machine later. So you can just simply modify some of the configurations here, and you can just simply from here deploy another virtual machine instead of going through the portal again and again. So this is a JSON file which is Azure Resource Manager template. Okay, so you can, with this template, you can deploy another virtual machine very easily. So this is written in JSON. It's a JSON file. With this template, you can create and deploy another virtual machine. So you can download and save that locally also. Now simply let's just hit on create and create this virtual machine. Now our virtual machine with Linux OS will also be deployed in the Microsoft Azure data center. So this is a very simple process using portal. Also, you can create resources very easily, or you can use the command line tool also. So in both of the time, I had shown how to create a virtual machine using the Azure portal. You can get the similar command line also to deploy your resources using the Azure PowerShell or Azure CLI tool also. Okay, so you can see the notification here. I had created the resource group already, Linux VMRG, and in this particular resource group, I am deploying my Linux VM. So again, with the Linux VM also, there are various components involved. Like this is the VM itself, and then the network interface, which has the public and private IP of this virtual machine, and then the virtual network itself. So our resource is already created. We can go to it. Okay, and then network security group is also created. So to allow or deny the traffic, but we have already allowed the SSH and HTTP traffic to our virtual machine. All of the different traffics will be denied, and then the public IP address of the virtual machine itself. So let's go to the resources, and we can see our virtual machine is now created here. So you can see the detail. It is a part of this resource group running. It is running in the central US location. It is part of Azure Pass sponsorship subscription. So whatever this virtual machine also, and the Linux, or sorry, Windows virtual machine also, whatever the cost they will generate, they the both of their cost will be billed against this subscription. Okay, so subscription is for billing purpose, and resource group is just to manage the resources. And then the operating system is Linux Ubuntu 18.04. The size of the virtual machine, one CPU, 3.5 gigabytes of memory, and then the public IP address of the virtual machine, and then the virtual network or the subnet it is part of, and then the DNS name. We haven't configured any DNS name yet because we want to buy the domain and other settings also. So using the public IP also, we can check our website. Okay, which will be running in the Linux VM. So you can see the private IP address. The private IP address which is assigned is part of our subnet. The private IP address was 10.1.04. So you can see our virtual network address range is 10.1.0016, and in that we have one subnet, and the virtual machine has been assigned the private IP address from that particular default subnet. Okay, so that's why we need to have a virtual network in place, because whatever the private IP address our virtual machine will have, it gets from the subnet, and the subnet is part of virtual network. So these are all the different details, and you can explore what all the various settings you can check. Okay, so now our virtual machine is running. In the next video, we will see how we can connect to this virtual machine. Thank you for watching. Bye.